Want to fast track? Go get yourself a coach, go invest in your learning.
I'm Maud Leger, and this is the Realtors Conspiracy Podcast, where we crack the code to real estate success. Learn from top realtors, entrepreneurs, and innovators about how to grow your business as we discuss real estate success stories, mindset, processes, motivations, and the key to their success. Check out our podcast episodes every Monday to crack the code to success for your real estate business. This week, I'm speaking with Huda Alvi from the Agency Oakville. Huda might be a new realtor in this market, but make no mistake, she is driven, savvy, educated, and will reach amazing goals in 2022. Her philosophy on running her real estate career is very business-oriented, with day-to-day actions that yield huge results. Find out about her strategies to market herself, develop her brand, and win more listings. Let's get to my chat with Huda. Hi Huda, thanks for joining us on the episode today. Tell us, what is the key to your success?
So I'm a new realtor. I got my license this year, well, actually last year in July, but I actually had about a year and a half of real estate experience prior to that. So what I did was I carefully planned out just before getting my real estate license to land a job in a real estate company where there was a lot of foot traffic coming in from like buyers, sellers, and a lot of investors. Plus, that company also did financing and mortgage. So I felt like it was such a great in to learn about the business while getting my license. And I think that helped me incredibly because as soon as I got licensed, even before that, I was speaking with clients or just I had so much general knowledge about the industry, how to get your mortgage approval, what financing looks like, what it is to be an investor in the real estate game, how to buy, sell, that when I was speaking, people could tell that I didn't just get my license, but I was coming out of experience. And I just feel like it added so much more value and it gave me such a big confidence boost because I wasn't just like a newbie. I felt like I actually had experience, even though I just got my license. And I feel like that has actually been the key to my personal success with real estate investing, as well as working with other clients.
Yeah, I totally get that. A lot of new agents coming on the market, and either they're not confident because they haven't had the background, which you have, but also the value you brought in by adding the knowledge and the lending, the financing, all of that. That's amazing.
Yeah, I also feel like if you don't have that opportunity to do that, I mean, I was in a position where I could go work for someone else, but sometimes you might have a job and full-time job and you don't know anyone. And I mean, come on, Google and all these real estate gurus and researching your market, but I do highly recommend doing all of that before just getting your license and going out there because it can be really scary. So if you've got just somewhat education and value and research behind you, you just sound so much more credible.
Yeah, makes perfect sense. That's amazing. Tell us about your background. So you founded and ran multiple businesses. You had a handle on marketing, social media. About your background, but also how do you apply this to your real estate business now?
Yeah, I think it will take us like 3 hours to go through my background. So we're going to skip that. But just generally, I've been in sales for about like 15 years. So I ran my own HR company for about 8 years. And then after that, I got into marketing and social media because I had an eye for design and I really enjoyed the digital space. And my Instagram and social media to act as like the influencer. And then I learned about the influencer business. And then, when it was a lull right before COVID, I was trying to figure out myself what I wanted to do. I ended up starting a travel company with my sister, which was another venture. And that gave me so much experience in terms of operation, how to run a business, and how to market on Instagram and social media. So when I combined all of those experiences together, I just felt that real estate was one of those businesses where I could apply my business aspect. And now that everything is social and digital, that I could apply all of my marketing experience and then operations. So it's just like running a business. So I feel like if you have some sort of business experience, it really helps when you get into real estate.
Yeah. And then how does it help you on a day-to-day basis on your marketing or your business?
Yeah, well, I mean, sales definitely helps. For the last 8 years in my HR business, I just had to cold call clients and pitch and sell. And, it was all based on me. And real estate is exactly the same. You got to pick up the phone, you got to reach out, you got to hear a lot of no's before you hear the yes. In my earlier days, in my teens, I actually went door to door for about 5 years doing charity work. And one of the biggest, marketing, tool for real estate agents is to go knock on doors, and I've never been shy to do that. So all of that experience now is so much more beneficial to me than it was while running my own business. And that really helps.
Yeah. Real estate is exactly that, cold calling, door knocking, face to face.
Yeah.
Yeah. What does your day to day look like? What's your
Oh my God, with COVID, really? Hard to answer that question. Well, I've got three teenagers at home, so I feel like a lot of real estate agents have a lot to juggle. You've got your family, and then you've got really random set hours. But I think for me, it's working out of the office maybe 2, 3 days a week, and then working out of the house 2 to 3 days a week. Starting my morning, I have a morning routine, but when I get to work, it's checking my emails, responding to people, working on my social media and digital strategy. I think that's something that I'm really working on for 2022,
I
like
know.
2021. Yeah, so that's been like, and I'm also working with a coach too. I felt that investing in my real estate, education is really important. And that coach is teaching me how to kind of automate systems for social media, my Facebook ads, and all of that. So I kind of wanted to fast track my learning in the real estate game. So I got myself a coach, and I've been kind of, servicing clients on top of that. And also I invest a lot in real estate. So I'm constantly looking out for properties and, working with investors as well.
Nice. Yeah. Why did you choose to, I guess you did say to fast track your business, but what do you find is the benefit of having your business coach for your real estate business?
Well, I mean, if you look at any real estate guru in the business, you look at the Tom Ferries, or you look at, they all tell you to, I mean, they give you the formula. They tell you, want to fast track, go get yourself a coach, go invest in your learning. So without any hesitation, I just wanted to follow what they're telling you to do. I mean, they're successful. So I didn't hesitate. I got someone that I was eyeing for a while. And I think that by learning those skills, because real estate is no longer the business where you can actually reach a wider demographic from everywhere through digital and social media marketing. And
Oh,
I really wanted to focus on that.
nice. Very cool. How did you develop your branding or your background in terms of what your value you're going to bring to the table when you discuss with clients?
Well, because I actually had this social media background, I felt like I knew how to develop a brand. But even if I didn't, I think there's so much information out there, so many templates, and so many ways that you can kind of come out as a new person while still looking very professional. I feel like some agents, use their personal profiles, and some agents use their business profile. I don't think it really matters at the end of the day, as long as the content and the branding and everything makes you feel and others feel like you're a professional in the game, you're adding value, and you know what you're doing. So
Yeah.
I don't even think it's really about how many followers you have. It really depends on, it's basically your resume online. What they see is what they get. So developing a brand on social media, you should go work with someone that can kind of lay out your aesthetic, your colors, who you are online. So your brand represents, the first 3 seconds of your brand represents who you are.
Yeah.
Go get your professional photography done. Like before I got my license in July, and I had my headshots and photography booked in April. So I was ready to roll. Just like small little things to get ahead.
Yeah, very cool. Tell us
Mhm.
about you investing in real estate. You're looking into that for yourself. Like what's the passion for you there?
Yeah, I mean, we live in an age where I think everyone's always thinking about, the financial freedom and the ability to have your lifestyle kind of match the freedom of choices you can make. So, I just feel like real estate is a really good vehicle to get to financial freedom faster. And being in the real estate game, knowing what's selling, you get a chance to have eyes on things that a lot of people don't. So I got into investing by flipping our first house. We bought a house, we saw potential in it, we renovated it, we put it back in the market. In this market, we did really well, and that cash flow led to investing in other properties. And so now we're kind of thinking about investing outside of Canada too, because it's such a crazy market. But again, TikTok, YouTube, Google, learning all of these things. So now there's a big commitment to, work for the next 4 or 5 years to be able to set myself up for a residual income in the next few years, and that's exciting. So I feel like I can do real estate, work with clients while still building my own wealth and my own kind of financial freedom.
Yeah, you'll have your two streams, your day-to-day and your
Yeah.
long-term. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Very cool. What's the best advice you've ever received in your career so far?
Um, I was reading Will Smith's book, the new one that came out, and I've heard this quote before, but I think now that I'm in real estate, this quote really hit me hard, and I'm following through with it, which is scared money don't make money,
Mm,
which means at the end of the day, it's basically you got to take risk in order to get the reward. So I feel like a lot of us, especially when we get a little bit older, are very risk adverse. We're very, we're so afraid of thinking big or doing something that's kind of outside of the scope, but that's truly where your growth and where possibilities lie. So that quote and the ability to take risks has really gotten me really far, and I'm going to follow through with that going forward.
that's amazing. I love it. What are three actions that your business coach tells you to do all the time?
Go to work every single day. It's so simple, but as an agent, you're self-employed. So go to work every day, have a morning and night routine, something that you practice on the daily, and read and educate yourself on the market. Keep up to date with articles, what's going on. So even if someone wants to call you, not to hire you, but just to run by an opinion, you can add so much value that they have no choice but to come back to you and be like, well, it seems like you're the best fit for this role. Can you help me out?
Yeah, that's amazing. True. And you're the one picking up the phone when they call, so that's a big
Yeah.
plus. Nice.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing all of that. You're very driven, so inspiring. It's so great to hear from you. Where do we
Well,
find
thank
you?
you. Yeah, thank you so much. You can find me on Instagram. I have, again, a personal account and a business account, but my main one is Huda Alvi, just my first and last name. And then, of course, my email. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. I'm always there to help.
Awesome. We'll be looking forward to see you grow your business this year.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Thanks for joining. Subscribe to our podcast, Realtors Conspiracy, today.